live though.
Hold on.
Ace, it does say. It says we're
You're
live.
live.
Ace.
You're live. You're live.
Ace.
Yeah.
Did you get what we're talking about?
Shoot, I've just closed that link. You can handle that.
I can't because it's on my phone, so I can't see it.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead. Don't worry about it. Let me just.
What?
Let me just make sure I mute my YouTube.
There was no confidence in what you just said, by the way.
I'm going.
Zero.
All right, let's start. Yo, what is going on? Welcome to another episode of Cut the Chat live on YouTube. Why are you standing so close to me? We are back, full team in the building. Salute to everybody. Shout out to all the early crew on in the chat room. How's everyone's week been so far?
Same as every last week for the 52 days, 52 weeks of the year.
Lee, how much do you miss driving the cab, bro?
Badly, so bad.
Really?
So bad.
Like proper miss it.
I ain't doing nothing, man. Do you know what? I realized I'm starting to get petty as well. So recently, today, what I did is I started going through, like who you're following on Instagram, yeah? I'm getting petty. This is how petty I'm getting. I'm thinking, so I looked at someone that I used to work with, and she didn't even follow me.
And so you were like, I'm not having it.
Femi, do you know how dead her life is? And I'm following her, giving her some likes. Her dead life. Dead.
You're
following
like,
her,
nah.
watching her. And she's not even following me back. The audacity, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you know what? Unfollow.
That's funny.
You gave it an unfollow, yeah?
Gave her the unfollow. I'm petty. I don't care now. Anyone that don't follow me now, but I'll probably do that to bare people as well. People probably think, yeah. I'm a stush follower.
If I'm being honest with you, so I've been doing that as well. I've been like, every time, does this ever happen to you, yeah? Where you're like, who is that?
Yeah.
On Instagram, you're like, who is that? And you click on their story, and you still don't remember them.
Mm-hmm.
And you met them at one stage. That's why you started following them.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't work it out, innit?
Nah,
who's playing?
Someone needs to turn off the YouTube.
Who's echoing?
Who's echoing? Who's that?
That means it was Damon.
That was Damon, innit? Damon was so bait. Oh, bait.
Damon. You just went on an unfollow spree.
Yeah.
Just one person.
Yeah, I'm just on it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to start seeing who's sneaky enough to do this to me. It broke my heart, I thought, wow, you of all people, the audacity.
Why do we put so much stock in that though? Like, it's bad.
No, but do you know what it is? It's the culture. So like, obviously, like if you don't follow me and I follow you, and like that's disrespect, man.
Hold on 1 second. When did this just become the man eating their dinner podcast? What go on for you, man?
It's the time of day, bro. This is the only time
can I just say something? I'm only doing it because I saw Ace in it last week and I was mad jealous. And I said,
I do this every week. This is what time I eat my dinner. I apologize.
I saw a man lean over and eat Kenke beans last week. I said, nah, this guy's taking the piss.
Did you say Kenke beans?
Kenke.
Kenke beans.
What's Kenke? What's Kenke again?
It's not beans.
Oh, is it? I don't know what it was. It looked like beans to me still.
Okay.
Well, I said Ace is enjoying rago.
You got to blame Femi because
What are you eating? What are you eating, Lee?
I'm eating stewed chicken, white rice and corn, sweet corn.
No, what's mad? Food never looks nice on video, like on this. You're showing it to man, yeah. Like that's why they get photo shoots for food and put lighting and all of that stuff because like it just looks like generic man eating food on a plate.
Anything, innit?
Anything just thrown on a plate.
Anything.
That's hilarious.
Lee, did you make that?
No, I didn't cook this week.
This week you can't cook.
This week.
Lee can't cook.
What?
Nah, you don't come across as somebody that can cook.
You know what?
Damon, they're gonna back me. Damon, you're gonna back me. FaceTime when I FaceTime the other day, and what was I making?
Hold on, wait. You didn't FaceTime me. You just sent me a picture. That picture could have been from anywhere. Let's be real.
Google Images.
Now,
Google Images.
To be fair, I took a video of what I was cooking. You heard me. You saw my kitchen. So, That could have been from Granny's or Peppers and Spice or something.
I don't believe that Lee can cook. I'm sorry.
Do you know what I done? Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. It's renowned that I had to cook basic foods. I don't really cook. We're not talking about cook. I'm talking about pro cooking. But the other day, I stumbled upon, what's her name? Dunn, the model. What's her name? Jordan Dunn.
Yeah.
She does Jordan Dunn's Kitchens. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
And she made a prawn curry, and I was like, whoa. You know, when it looked real nice, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give that a go. Because she broke it down, what seasons you needed, whatever. So obviously I live in Stokey, so we got them shops all around. So when I bought all the seasons, I didn't know the technique. I didn't know about bunning down the curry powder. You have to bun it. You have to proper cook down the curry. I didn't know about them things there. And by looking at your face, Ace, you don't know it either.
Yeah, obviously by their man's reaction, they don't know it either.
I can't cook.
Yeah.
Should I be real?
See me, yeah? Now, let me just tell you the truth. I will never, starve. I can throw a little something together in it. I'm never going to starve, yeah? But I can't, I'm not no chef. I can't, throw down. But I can prepare a little something. You're going to have a nice food in my house. But I'm not no chef.
Ace,
what? In
all the years that I've known you, all I've ever eaten in your house is pizza. What are you talking about?
I can cook, but I can't throw down 100%. It's all good. Sorry.
Do you know what the worst thing is? Yeah, you see, when we was allowed to be out and we was allowed to go around people's houses, I went round to Ace's for a barbecue, and he was like, "Yeah, I put this together, seasoned it."
Oh, don't try it. That was good food.
You didn't cook it. You weren't even marketing.
Nah, don't try it. Don't try it. In it, I can cook food. Thank you.
Ace,
No, never. You're never coming to my house for food ever again. About you want to disrespect my barbecue? Are you mad? One thing I can do is barbecue.
No, but I swear you just got a barbecue or something about one thing you can do is barbecue.
I can barbecue. I can barbecue, bruv. One day when I'm brave enough, I'm gonna roast a whole pig, and you lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
you know that's Damon's favorite food as well.
You're actually a prick.
That's Damon's thing still.
You man are dickhead.
All right, what is going on in the world that we need to talk about?
What's happening in the world, Ace? What's been going on in the world?
Sorry. We have a question here that says, should 31 police officers caught getting a haircut suffer the same fine as normal people, £200, or should it be worse?
No, they're normal people, man. It should be any worse than normal people.
What? Are you mad? Femi, these are the people that are going around, stringing up hard-working. Look, there's a whole heap of people out here that are struggling financially and mentally. They are broken, and these are the same police officers that are going around to uphold the law, the so-called law. Yeah, bruv. You're supposed to lead by example, and the reality is, a police officer. When you see, you're not normal. You're not normal. You're not. You're supposed to be setting an example. And from the fact that you're supposed to be setting an example, you should be held to a higher account than the average person. That's what I think.
Should police officers just be cutting their own hair then?
Bruv, they should be doing what everybody else is doing. Do what you're doing. Cut your hair with a knife and fork. Do what everything, bruv.
What, you actually believe they should be doing that? Cutting their own hair?
Wait, unless it's somebody in their bubble, in their household, what should be going on? Why should they be getting preferential treatment?
No, but where are they going to get a haircut? Where were they going to get a haircut? That's the question, isn't it?
There should just be a policeman barber, a policeman that is a barber. He cuts hair at the station. Simple.
There probably is, but that's not what happened. Do you know what I mean? That's during lockdown, I went to go and cut an actor's hair on a photo shoot. Yeah. What I had to go through and what everybody had to go through on set was like military grade. And obviously that's the same for like the news and all of those kind of things. Do you know what I mean? Like they have makeup artists on set and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that works. But what, 31 police officers just linking up with a man in their yard to get a haircut? What? And they're getting they're supposed to be fined a lot more than what everybody else is getting fined. That's what I think.
Does anybody know anyone that's been fined?
No. I've heard of a couple people.
It's feeling like a myth right now.
No, like, when I say I've heard, I've spoken to people that's like, yeah, my neighbor and all of that. But one was a hairdresser's down in Peckham, I think the other day, and they got caught and they've been fined. But I don't know what the process in regards to paying it. I'm sure you could probably just wait it out, ride it out, go to court, and then pay like £5 a week. So I don't know.
I'm giving people bad advice. Don't tell me. I'm giving people. Can't just be telling people to pay £5 a week. How do you know that they're allowed to do that? You can't just say that. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, you could go and pay £5 a week." How do you know that that's possible? You don't know that.
If you owe a company money, yeah, and they're taking you to court, yeah, for the money, you could go to court and say, "Judge, all I can afford is £2.50 a week." What's the judge gonna do?
As long as you settle the bill, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, as long as you settle the bill.
I wish you told me this 4 weeks ago, bro.
What happened 4 weeks ago? I want to know. I want the drop.
Ace got stung. He got burned.
I got a little stingation.
What happened?
No, just you know what? Just stupidness. I'm fine though. I can drive my car. That's the main thing. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to drive.
Hey, we're all a family here. Come on.
Tell us, man. Tell us what happened.
I'm getting really bad hand signals saying shut your mouth. But yeah, basically, I obeyed the rule. Basically, all I'm gonna say is when they write to you, write back.
Yeah. That's normal.
I didn't do that. Stuff was going on and I forgot to write back, and I got a fine for that, and so I had to pay that fine. That's what I'm gonna say.
But yeah, you can.
I didn't bust no one's head or nothing. That's not me. You
can pay what you can pay if it goes to court. But yeah, that's what I think. I think it's bad. Like I'm hearing so many stories and seeing so many businesses that are just locked up and closing down, and premises that are up for let because people can't afford to pay the rent. I'm talking commercial, by the way. And it's just fam. Yeah, the police have to be held to a higher standard of accountability.
Yeah, but the point is, like, actually, we could all say that, but the police just are not. They might not even get fined.
But that's what, it doesn't mean it's right, though.
No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that actually, in reality, the most they're gonna get is the normal fines, because actually the police just don't lead by example, like in society, not in anywhere in the world. Not in anywhere in the world, yeah, as there be such a almost like a corrupt section of like law enforcement in society, apart from the institution of the police. The police are just like globally flawed. They never follow the rules, and they're just almost like allowed to be above the law in a way.
Yeah, they can't get it right, innit? I just can't get it right.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We have to say rest in peace to Sir Captain Tom Moore, who passed away, 100 years old.
Is that the brother that done the walking? Raised
millions for the NHS.
You see all of that there?
Yeah.
See all of that there? Where's the P from?
Where's it going? Where's it actually going though? Where did it go in the NHS?
No, Ace, you work for the BBC. Tell us.
I work for the BBC, so I've got to tell you where the NHS money goes for. Do you know what? I won't tell you. I don't know where the NHS money goes for, but I will say this. As somebody that uses the NHS, as you guys know, weekly, 3 times a week, I'm there. Like, there's a lot of things to be paid for. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, especially me. Like, I'm a dialysis patient, so we're talking about plasters, needles, tubes, bedding, this is just for me every time I go in, and I'm just one person. We're talking about like tea, biscuits. We're talking about like, this is the NHS uses millions surely every day on various different patients. So it's easy to see where that money could easily just go. And you know what I mean? So like, we don't necessarily think all of the things that they do. And that's just before they even pay staff, nurses, ambulance drivers, like all of that. It's so much money, bro.
Hey, so I'm gonna interject. Look, before I say what I'm gonna say, yeah, I've used the NHS plenty of times. The NHS is amazing when it works at the right hospital. There's lots of hospitals and facilities that are just failing left, right, and center. But the NHS on a whole, compared to what other countries have around the world, it's absolutely amazing. The reality is, you see what you just said there, though, Ace? That's all been budgeted for last year and the year before and the year before. So it's not like they're just sitting there saying, yeah, we ain't got no plasters. My man walk how many miles so we can raise a quick 30 mil and buy up the plasters. Do you know what I mean? This is an extra 30 mil on top of whatever.
But I feel like the NHS will always need more money. You can always tell that things could be no. You can always tell that. For instance, like again, like I use the NHS 3 times a week. I'm in this hospital, and so I've dialyzed in different countries. Yeah.
Like so, that one, dialyzed.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Hey, Lee, you know me. I like my words already.
Ain't no big words.
If you said my word, I was like,
you little dialyzer.
So I've dialyzed in different countries. Yeah. So. And the experience I had in Spain, although I'm happy with the NHS, yeah, but in Spain, they're doing it in luxury. And obviously you got to pay for that. And so you can tell that we could actually have better facilities here if the money was there.
Ace, my guy. If you were in England paying for it as well, you'd be doing it in luxury.
Yeah, but that's my point. My point is the NHS is always going to need more money. So my point is, like, if people are raising money for the NHS, I don't think it's a situation where that money is being raised and it's like certain. Actually, I won't even go there. But it's going
to. It won't even scratch the surface. You're saying that?
No, money. I'm just saying, like, I feel like they're always going to need money. They're always going to be money. That money will get nyam up. Whatever money is raised from is going to get nyam up because they're always trying to improve this facilities. They're always trying to make it better. So yeah.
No, but it's like the NHS is obviously guaranteed healthcare, but it's not guaranteed like premium healthcare. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so if you want premium healthcare, you need to like sign up for private healthcare. And ultimately, I think like the NHS that we have and as we have it is like one of the most unique things about this country. And now obviously with Brexit and the country obviously tightening its belt a little bit, I feel like it's gonna eventually, like, you know, not gonna be what it is eventually, you know. And already it's being like chipped away. A lot of the services are being outsourced to private organizations. So, you know, we'll see how it goes.
I dialyzed in New York. That was a different thing, boy. I was in the hood, bro. I felt like I was in the ghetto, bro. Like,
where did you go? Where was it?
I was in Brooklyn. So what happened? I went.
You was in Marcy Projects.
No. So I went to New York for I think for a WWE event for WrestleMania. Yeah, for WrestleMania. And so I have to find my own hospital near there that will look after me or whatever, do and dialyze me. So I just found the one that was closest to where I was staying. And yeah, it weren't nice, boy. It weren't comfortable. It just wasn't clear. They were, you know what? Americans, their customer service is on top. I don't know if you've ever been to a shop in America. Hello, sir. Hey, like their customer service is wicked, but their facilities were not the one. And it was totally different. So I would say like Spain was dope. British is okay, but New York was not fun at all. I won't do that again.
Did you pay? Oh, you also.
And I had to pay for that. I was like $600-700 for one session.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So, what other countries have you dialyzed?
That's it. I did Ibiza and I did New York. Did I do LA?
Dialyzed. You didn't do LA.
Ghana?
Did I do LA?
Ghana?
No, but I'm going to in Ghana though.
I don't remember you dialyzing in LA, baby.
Did I? Yeah, I did. The first year I went, I did it in LA. That wasn't that bad. It still wasn't like up to scratch. LA, the first year I went, I dialyzed in LA actually. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think going to the hospital in America is not something for us, especially if you're used to like the luxury of the NHS. And I say luxury like loosely because I know a lot of people have got issues with some of the hospitals. We won't put the hospitals under the bus, but some of the hospitals are not the one.
No, but, I completely agree, and I think coming from like having grown up in Nigeria and experiencing healthcare where you have to pay for it if something goes wrong, like. Put it this way, I was one of my actor friends, he got in trouble. He got injured on set in America, right? And he basically, I only realized this when he told me this. I probably told you like this before. It's a bit mad. Do you know, if you get injured in America and you call the ambulance, you know the ambulance charges you like Uber.
Yeah. I've heard of it. Yeah. When I was in Vegas, it was like that as well.
Like per mile or something.
Yes, bro. So the ambulance, the minute you get in the ambulance, you're running up a tab.
Yeah, that's why they asked you. That's why before you get into ambulance, they say, "Are you sure?" They kind of like. I remember when I was in Vegas, a girl fell over and she smashed her leg, and boy, they was not trying to go to hospital. She was from America. She was like, "No."
Really?
I was like, "Right, you're really gonna try and soldier this?" She's like, "Nah, I'm not paying for that."
It's mad.
Imagine that.
That's mad.
It's absolutely mad. It's just insane. And also, like the other thing about what I realized about America about the ambulance thing is, do you notice in American films they always catch taxi?
Yeah.
So they always put their friend in a car. You know when they have to get him to the hospital, they get him in the back of the car. You know, like we don't have
for real, boy.
We don't have that, bro. It's like there's little luxuries like that we can't even take for granted, and we have to recognize that actually the service that we have here in terms of the NHS, it is decent. It is one of the, like, for what it is, it's decent. I think if you want better, you definitely have to go private healthcare, which is like also like, you know, my cousin like used private healthcare when he had like, you know, sort of fertility problems, and like it really helped.
Listen, my grand used to fly from Jamaica to come here and get blood tests. So that let you know. Just for a blood test, you know. So that lets you know our thing must be decent.
According to the cost of ambulance services vary widely in America. They can range from anything from $224 to $2,204.
Wow. So what you're saying is they're privatized then for them to be charging that, right?
Everything's privatized.
The average cost is $1,200 for an ambulance ride.
There's people making money out of this. There's people making money out of this. Big money.
That's nuts.
That's crazy, man.
Imagine having to make the decision, like something's happened to you and you got to make a decision as to whether or not you need to call the ambulance or not. That's mad.
And that just shows you where we're at, man. It shows you where we're at. It's like, you know.
We're lucky, man. Honestly, like, God bless the NHS. We are lucky, honestly. That is nuts.
What's next, Ace?
Imagine getting in the ambulance and you're $1,200 down as soon as you get in the ambulance. That is insane. Furious. We have got an update on last week's relationship corner.
Have we?
Yeah, do we not?
What happened again? What happened again?
No, we need to find out if the person's here.
Oh, right. I thought you had one. No. I this down.
All right, crack on, fam.
Okay. 9-year-old girl got pepper sprayed.
Out of order.
Possible reason to warrant it? Or is it blatant racist favoritism?
Did you see
Can someone break down the story? I never saw the video.
I ain't seen
Can someone break it down for me?
So there's a little 9-year-old black girl that's being arrested, and she's just screaming hysterically for her dad. So she wants her dad, and there's couple police officers, and they're just moving aggressive. Like, the first things first is that she's 9 years old, innit? So have some compassion, because, you know, it's just like, what danger can she pose? What threat can she pose? And the thing is, when I watched this, and I was chatting to Aisha about this, and it's like people younger than 9 have used guns and killed people in America. So, you know, that whole argument of, you know, do I feel threatened or whatever? Okay, we're entertained that. But she's hysterically screaming for her dad. No one's trying to calm her down. Everyone's just saying, you know, shut up, shut up, shut up, you know, get down, get in the car, blah, 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 blah. And they just pepper sprayed her and just shut the door and just shut her in the back of the car. Now,
where was this? In America?
Couple of days ago. Now, a good point that Ash made that I didn't even think of yet is, you see pepper spray, it's tested, but it's not tested on children. It's tested on adults.
Mad.
So for the amount of, so she's taken an adult dose of pepper spray. Fam, there's a reason why there's children's Calpol, yeah, and children's medicine, because they can't, do you know what I mean? And above the way they pepper sprayed her, and then in the background you can hear a woman, I'm not sure if she's a policewoman, trying to calm her down, and she manages to calm her down and be like, listen, look at me, focus, breathe, look at me, you know, we're gonna find your dad, blah blah blah. But just listening to these American police officers, and you man know me, I always try and think of what the possible reason was, and I was thinking, well, why are you getting arrested in the first place? Not that it makes it okay, but initially I'm like, why are we in this situation? Where is a responsible adult? You know, why are we in this position? And not to take away from the police officer pepper spraying a 9-year-old black girl, but it was just kind of like, could there be a reason to pepper spray a 9-year-old child?
Not gonna lie, this is getting me mad. I'm saying this is getting me mad, because you know, obviously you just put yourself in that situation, and if anyone tried, my 9-year-old, are you all right? I'm sorry, I can't. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason. Even if she's going nuts, like, she's 9.
Listen,
like, pepper spray.
I've got a 9-year-old son. And
cuff her first. Cuff her. Fuck it. I don't mind. Cuff her. You're not pepper spraying my youth. Are you all right? No way. Sorry. Do you remember getting gassed? Like, I remember in the 90s, like, you'd go to a house party, yeah? You go to a house party, and it would end with somebody getting gassed. Like, that gas, and that would fuck you up for, sorry, I shouldn't swear on YouTube. That would mess you up for the next couple of hours. Like, your eyes are streaming. Like, you have to do that. Like, it was all in the back of your throat. Remember that?
That was Bagley's, man.
Yeah.
Bagley's. Someone would always finish the dance early because they
always
gassed in there.
Always gassed it. I remember this one notorious house party I went to in West Norwood. I was having the time of my life. I must have been about 18, 19 years old. Having the sickest time, and then these 2-year-old men couldn't get into the dance. And we're just carried on raving. And they've gassed it through the letterbox. And I was standing right by the door. I was right by the door. I was finished. So, like, to do that to a 9, I don't know if it's the same sensation, like if the gas and pepper are the same thing, but it kind of must be. It's like, to do that to a 9-year-old is like, it must be the same thing. It makes no sense to me. Like, cuff her, do whatever you have to do to try and restrain her, but pepper spray is, they need to lose their jobs. I'm sorry.
No one.
I remember him being gassed. That was horrible.
They've killed people and they've not lost their job, man. It's just
children as well.
Yeah, those countries, that country is just like beyond redemption, man. It's really sad.
I remember getting gassed at Carnival once. That was funny, bro. And you think because we're outdoors, it's not gonna lick you? Nah, fam. Finished me. I remember like my eyes, and I got really weak eyes, so my eyes were just streaming, like I'm bawling, streaming. That CS gas thing. I'm so glad people don't do that no more. Yeah.
You know, it looks like anywhere you DJ, just getting gassed. That's what it looks like, bro.
That's a South London man for you, though, isn't it?
South London things.
Oh, try it. Everyone's been gassed. You've never been in a rave with gas. They gassed it. Remember someone just saying they gassed it. Everyone starts running.
The only time I'm gassed is when I get some fresh.
It's wrong with you.
I'm just jokes. Just jokes.
So is anything going to happen to these policemen that have done that?
Probably not. I doubt it. But I mean, it's weird because you see what you're saying about. Imagine you've walked around the corner and you've seen this. By you reacting how you want to react will probably make it 100 times worse.
100%.
You will you have to exercise restraint and calmness just to calm the situation, bro. You probably end up getting shot. But yeah, that place
is triggering me.
Yeah, it's a bit.
To be fair, if I saw a 9-year-old getting gassed over stupid like that, I'll probably end up getting gassed as well.
Yeah,
because that's out of order. That is madness.
It's so wrong. It's absolutely wrong. They've closed the borders, man. It looks like no one can get in and no one can get out. We are here.
Until when? What about if you're from here, though? Can you get back in?
If you're from here, so basically, I think what it is when you land back, you got to quarantine for 10 days.
Okay.
That's if you're from here or you're a resident here. Visitors, unless you've got, legal stuff or whatever. But there's no holiday makers coming into the country anymore, apparently. But the issue is, obviously, they're saying that, you got to quarantine for 10 days. And now what they're trying to start is you have to pay for quarantining in the hotel. So it's not like you go to your yard and quarantine. They're not trusting that. No. I know bear man that had to quarantine. Their man were just leaving their smartphone in their house and going about their business. Bear man that was doing that. So it's literally you have to go to one of their designated hotels, but you've got to pay for this out of your pocket.
But the quarantine hotels are saying are not going to be ready for another week or so.
Yeah, well.
And how do they know that you're staying in the hotel? Like, surely you can just dip out for a little bit.
For real though, man.
How do they know?
Get an old school Nokia, get an old school Roadman Nokia, and then just roll out in it. They're gonna know how to track and trace you.
And do we blame the Dubai crew for messing it up for everyone else?
I don't even know. I think they should have closed the borders ages ago. I think they definitely longed it off. They should have just that should have been one of the first actions that they took, and just like they should have been making people wear masks ages ago. But it is what it is. This government is just too little, too late.
For real.
All the time as well. It's like maybe one of their brethren were still flying out. I don't know, man. These men are they've been moving mad the whole time, man. I think it's ridiculous. It's a joke. The way they've conducted this whole thing. It's beyond. Quick one, random aside, the guy from Jeff Bezos is he's about to step down from Amazon.
What? How?
They've just announced it. He said that he's gonna step down because the company is in good shape. They made 100 billion over.
You know them ones there. You know what, you man, I'm killing it. Them man, it catching up. Let me allow it now. Let me enjoy. Let me just allow it now. Let me enjoy cocaine, hookers. I'm just gonna do my thing now. I'm done. Imagine making that much pee. You're like, allow me now. I'm done, man. I can't have no. What am I meant to do with all this pee? What can't he do?
Fam, his missus. Yeah, imagine his missus broke up with him, and she's the richest woman in the world. From the divorce, she became the richest woman in the world. You know what? Her thing is different, fam. Thing is different.
So he still owns it, but he's just not.
Yeah, he's stepping down from day to day, running it as the CEO. It's like,
them man there, fam. I can't waste time chatting about them man there that are multi-billionaires. Because I can't.
You know what's hilarious? It's always hilarious. So my youngest son Joseph decided he hates him.
He hates Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, so he calls him Jeff Bozo.
Oh wow!
Because Amazon workers don't get. Well, how is he the richest man in the world? But Amazon workers don't get paid loads of money as well.
He's right.
Ratings.
He's like he can't. He's like always going on at him, and I'm like, bro, you've not even met him. Like, I'm like, I'm trying to get an Amazon deal out here. Relax. Relax. He's like always gonna know how dare he? How could he take all that money when the workers are just working in warehouses and they don't get that much money? And I'm just like, you know what? You man are too political, man. Allow it.
Imagine that he's peed so long. You know me. I'm thinking when I put on the heating, because I'm like, yeah, I say, right, I'm gonna put on the heating for 3 hours and we're gonna lock it off because we don't want that bill to come true. And my man said he's done. He said he's done.
How many zeros is 100 billion? I need to know.
I don't even know.
How many zeros? I need to know. Femi, tell me.
Say that again.
How many zeros in 100 billion?
Isn't it like 100 billion?
Yeah.
How many zeros? So billion is, oh gosh, how many zeros is it? It's like.
What's a million? A million is what, 6?
A million is 6 zeros.
So then a billion must be like an extra
24.
No, it's
24 in it. 24.
24 zeros.
It's 24 because
it's not.
because a million is 6.
You guys, you're not listening.
A billion is 12, isn't it?
Doubled it. You know.
Yeah. It doubles. A doubles, isn't it? Because a million is a billion, isn't it?
Guys.
And then a billion is a trillion.
You're doing the most.
All right,
I'm saying 24.
A billion is 1,000 million.
I'm saying 24.
No, someone saying 11 zeros. KG saying 11 zeros.
No,
it can't be 11.
1 billion, guys. 1 billion is 9 zeros.
Yeah.
And 100 billion
is 11.
Yeah.
It's 11 zeros.
Yeah.
Go on, KG. Them man there.
11.
Imagine 11 zeros, fam.
Imagine man them not knowing how many zeros. Yeah.
That number, I don't think I've ever said that number until today. I don't think I've actually ever said that number.
Imagine grown men, in their 30s, not knowing how many zeros are in the amount of money you've got.
11 zeros.
Femi, what is after a trillion? Because I never heard a trillion when I was a kid at school. I never heard that number.
There is a number after a trillion, I forgot what it's called though, I've heard it.
What is it? What's after a trillion?
I can't remember.
Seriously, like I don't even think I heard a billion when I was in school.
You didn't hear a billion when you were in school?
Come with the old jokes.
Quadrillion.
Lee, this is your set. This is
too easy for you.
No, Lee.
Too easy. You lined me up too well for that one, man.
Lee, sorry, but Ace, let's just mute for 5 minutes.
Damon, it goes billion, quintillion, trillion, quadrillion.
What? Hold on.
Ace,
a billion?
No, Ace, you said it wrong.
Ace,
I'm not saying it wrong.
Yeah,
after a billion, there's queen what?
Quintillion.
No. This is how it goes. No, it goes billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion,
and then queen,
sextillion,
easy,
septillion,
easy,
octillion, nonillion, decillion. Yeah.
That's what P's I'm trying to get for cillion. I'm gonna go for that one.
Like rappers will start doing them numbers.
You're not gonna start rapping about that for cillion.
Rappers will start doing that one next.
Just trying to get to that for cillion.
Do you know about Googleplex?
I've heard of Googleplex. What's a Googleplex again? Is that like
it's big money? Hey, stop trying to show off, man. This is so
childish. He's probably reading it as well.
People are gonna lock off. This is dumb. This is a dumb podcast.
I'm trying to make that Googleplex, rude boy. You don't know about the Googleplex.
This is a dumb podcast. This is basic. We're talking about numbers. Basic podcast.
You don't know about the Googleplex. Oh my God. Valentine's Day is coming up.
Valentine is coming.
Next Sunday. Are the man them getting let off because we can't do nothing?
No.
That's raw.
Whoa. Background voices.
Whoa. But you might know what to answer. Everyone's in their house looking tense, boy. I feel like we should be let off. We can't do nothing.
Man. A little lingerie and some dinner.
Okay.
That's how I'm throwing it down.
You're putting on some lingerie, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what's for dessert?
Lee, what up to you? No, I mean, what? Furthermore, Ace, I think we should get that voice that was in the background to elaborate.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do?
They was quick. Give us those ideas.
No. Exactly. Yeah, I think we should just allow it this year. Like we did have a Valentine's Day last year because we weren't on lolockdown. This year, no one allowed to do anything, and there's some big football matches on that day as well. To be fair,
bro,
You even like football?
I do. I like it enough to allow Valentine's Day. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Ace.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? Yeah. Just get Lee to run you his little curry prawn recipe. Make an effort instead of ordering pizza all the time.
I don't order pizza. I only eat pizza with you, though. I don't even like pizza like that.
Well, that's a lot, though. You must not like Damon because one of time Damon said he's been coming to your house this whole time.
Always round there.
Pizza.
I don't really eat pizza like that. My son likes pizza and Damon. That's it.
How many times have you been to Ace's house? However, it's always pizza I like.
No, there was a one time where we had a chicken before a podcast. I'll never
forget
that.
Exactly.
That's because you brought that.
No. It was cooked. It was like the first time, like when you know when you come for the first time for the podcast and it's exciting, but by the second or third time, it's like these don't need to get out of my house. The first time
Gone.
No, the first time it was lit. I remember that chicken. That chicken was nice still.
That was the voice. The voice cooked that chicken.
Yeah, the voice.
The voice. Now we can order things. We can order things on Amazon. You can order like
on Amazon. You want to add to their Googleplex.
In it, their Googleplex.
Come on, bruv. You can go petrol station and buy a couple flowers. Tesco's, the petrol station. Buy a couple flowers and that. Make an effort. Why?
Valentine's Day with Damon.
Bro, listen.
Are you man? Do you think that what's his name? What's his name from what's his name? Bill Gates is pissed, thinking, why is he killing it with all that money? Do you think he sits there thinking, how do I catch up with this? Because my man's gone,
Wait, Lee, we moved on to a different topic.
No, but I'm just thinking, like who's the second? Who's behind you in that race? They must be fuming, like just watch him and just accelerate like this.
Do you think when you're that rich you care though? Or do you? Maybe you do. Yeah. I feel like if I was that rich, I wouldn't care who had more money than me. Or maybe I would.
You know what? I think at a certain level you can't care. Like when you're at them man's level.
Yeah.
When you're like Elon Musk, you're like Bill Gates, you can't still have that rivalry because otherwise most of them...
mad. Of course you can. Well, okay, listen, the title of the richest human being on the planet? Do you know how mad that is?
Yeah, but what comes with that though? Okay, you're the richest person on the planet.
Yeah, but what comes with it is to say that I'm the richest person on the planet because what comes with that isn't much different to the second or the third or the fourth or the 10th or the 20th. There's nothing that none of you lot can buy in it. But just
Elon Musk is richer than Jeff Bezos, yeah?
We know that. We bought that only as of like last month.
But even if Elon Musk wasn't, what he does is more exciting than what Jeff Bezos does.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Ace, you're getting to the point of...
So my point is like, even if he wasn't the richest man on the planet, he could turn around and be like, yeah, but fam, I'm going to space. I built like electric cars. Like things he's done is more exciting than what Jeff Bezos does. Like those accolades, I think, are better than being called the richest man on the planet.
Should I be honest, Ace? But the Amazon, the way Amazon revolutionized different
Thank you, Femi. I was about to land on that.
No, but wait, it's the innovation. That the thing is that the guy with the freshest innovation and the most progressive ideas in the tech world at the moment seems to be running things. And since like Bill Gates and those guys have started, it's went from raw materials and things like that to actually tech. And those guys are the guys that are running society. So that, again, like you said, like at one time, what Jeff Bezos did to books, say, sort of was the most exciting thing in the world. But obviously at the same time, it killed bookstores. Because of Amazon, bookstores died. Now, like a lot of shops, Argos and those shops, obviously they've changed the way they're working. Now, do you know what I discovered this week as well? Amazon owns 15% of Deliveroo.
What? Oh, wow.
And also, check the bump here. I was telling my missus, she must be bored of this information. I was reading this article. Deliveroo also, yeah. I'm gonna try my best to like not use them as much. They charge restaurants 35%.
From each order.
Yeah, 25, anywhere between 25 to 35% on each order.
Mad.
So like, killing it, innit? If you've got a little restaurant around the corner from yours, don't order from there. Just go pick it up because like they'll probably make more money from you doing a walk-in and collecting.
That's fuckery.
Yep.
But you say that though, but the traffic they're probably that app probably bringing to their restaurant must be much more than. You get what I'm saying? That
the restaurant gets sold the idea that actually, like, you know, there's people think of food and they think of Deliveroo and they go on there and the traffic and all of that is generated because of that, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, what's funny, like in the article I was reading, it's like actually they are making also your customers of other restaurants.
Okay.
So it's not even, so imagine I go on there and I'm like, you know what, I feel like Nando's. But then I'll go on there and I'm seeing bare other peri-peris. I'm like, oh, one day I'm going to be like, oh, let me try this other one, which is what I did. And I'm like, this one's decent. Nando's is dead next to this one.
You know what's funny? Do you know what's funny you say that? Because I eat from a place called Junior's in Stoke Newton, yeah? And when I was in the cab or whatever, I always pop before I start my shift. And on the app, I found another one, but it was in a house. You know, the house, so people can cook from their house and you can order it, right? Anyway, this one had top reviews. So I was thinking, I swear you not, it was the best rice and peas I've ever had. It was sort of like, so someone's cooking it from their yard. Someone's actually cooking it from their yard. I've had it. One time, I had it twice in one day. That's how good the food was.
But you won't eat African food.
You get all these coupons. What?
But you won't eat African food.
I love African food. No, but honestly, obviously they're giving you these vouchers now, 25% off, 50% off. Twice in one day. That's when you know it's a problem. But sorry.
Listen, and also what I've discovered also is that a lot of these restaurants here that we like to eat from on Deliveroo, a lot of them have started to open up just like they call them dark kitchens.
Yeah.
So like chefs just go into these kitchens and make the food, and the food's picked up from basically warehouses.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I think it is. I ordered from one of them.
No. What Femi's saying is, you see, like Wagamamas. You think you're ordering?
It's not coming from. Okay. No, I get you now.
The man have just got a kitchen in some arches and they're just cooking the food.
Yeah. Okay.
And
that's
literally,
smart,
it's not just like our local guys doing it. It's like big brand restaurants. So you know, like I was like, oh yeah, one time I was like, let me order Hakkasan, but it wasn't coming from Mayfair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just coming from like some random kitchen that they've set up somewhere.
Yeah. Did you know? I didn't even notice. You seen them Just Eat riders as well on the red bikes?
No, I've never.
So basically, I went for a drive on Saturday. Yeah, I thought, let me just jump in the taxi because it's been sitting outside the house, and I went for a ride. Yeah, and there is more Just Eat riders than there are Deliveroo. I didn't even know this. They must have just picked up over the pandemic. They were like fleets of them out, fleets of these red bikes.
Right? I swear, Just Eat were one of the first.
Just Eat was one of the first. But
this delivery food thing.
What Just Eat, their business model was initially based on like actually just delivering food. They were offering a delivering service to the restaurants. Whereas Deliveroo's position is that we're gonna market your restaurant on our platform. We're gonna we're gonna take care of the delivery for you. And so basically, they've almost like your restaurant might as well just be a kitchen.
Yeah, muscled in on the business. They just muscled in on the business. Yeah.
I was reading this article, and the one restaurant was saying like he just about makes a 10% margin, but Deliveroo is making like 25%.
You know what the biggest audacity is? Have you ever gone to pick up food and seen them man they come after you and then pick their food up and leave before you? Have you ever seen that? Man will order a food and then man they come in after you, standing there, and then they leave with the food. Like they get prioritized. It's unbelievable, bro.
Man saying that Just Eat don't add delivery charge.
And also Just Eat have just there's a thing called Grubhub in America. They've just merged with them as obviously I know loads about this because I read this like really long detail. I found it so interesting because it was breaking down for the drivers as well. It's not even that lucrative. Like it's just obviously they're like, oh, it's flexible hours, blah blah blah. But you have to do mad hustles to try and make money.
Okay.
Like, you have to be in certain areas, and you get extra points if you ride to some faraway area. And it's just all a bit. It's all a bit mad.
That's crazy, man.
Ace.
Yo.
Hey, what's next, fam?
I think we've done all of them.
What else has popped up? Anything else?
Everything else. That's everything on the list, my friend.
What about the relationship corner, Bridget?
Okay, this is your story, right?
Man said, this is your story.
I'm gonna read what Damon's wrote.
It's not my story, but this is what somebody has sent.
All right, guy's mum is vulnerable. The family member passed from COVID, apparently. Brother doesn't believe it and is still working. Has a gym. He tried talking to the brother to stop, but he won't. Should he snitch? You need to explain that whole story.
All right, so basically, there's a guy who his mum's vulnerable and they've had a family member pass recently of COVID. The reason he apparently was there is because they were told he's COVID. They're not too sure. Rally. Anyway, even the conversation that I had with them was like, if they said it's COVID, isn't it? But the brother, he's got a gym, yeah, and he's still open in the gym, like a little down low, like round back. So the brother that's at home is telling him, nah, allow it, because do you know what I mean? If mum pops down now, what are you gonna say? Like, you might not believe it, but other people do. Bloody blah. So anyway, it's gotten peaked to the point where the brother that's in the yard is basically asking, should he snitch to the police and say, yo, there's a gym round there that's doing a little side hustle, basically.
Before we answer this question, can I just say, sorry, and I know there's probably some of them listening right now, I'm getting really annoyed with people who say till it's acting like COVID is not a real thing. It's really
real, man.
Like, I'm getting annoyed. Like, when I hear people telling me, oh, this is fake. Oh, no, it's not. Like, fam, it's killed people. It's killed people we know. It's killed people. Like, this is real thing. Like, everybody looking that is on this screen right now has had it.
Yeah, of course.
Like, we've all had it. So you can't tell me it's not real.
Like everybody on this screen right now has had it.
Have you had it, Femi? Have you had it?
I gave it to those mofos.
No, you get it from Cheryl, remember? But no, my point is, like, I find it really like stupid and ignorant for people to act like this thing is not actually. I get it, and the thing is, like, you can talk about all of your conspiracies about how we got it and like what the government's, all of this stuff. That's fine, but to act like it's not actually here is actually stupid. It's here, and people are popping down from it. So let's stop acting dumb. It is real.
Amen.
That's all I want to say.
Easy that, Ace.
Sorry.
Easy that. Okay. Passion and that.
It's just like, I'm hearing too much people saying, "Oh, well, that ain't a real thing." And like, you okay?
You know why? Because everyone's following. I think there's a lot of follow fashion, and obviously because of WhatsApp videos and all of this, they just get sent around. Like, the amount of videos I get sent around about it, I just like that, and the 5G and the bird falling out the sky. I'm like, allow me, man. Just allow me. I'm
not even gonna lie, Lee. Right now, you look like one of the man them that's sending them videos around.
Nah, bro, you will not see me sending no foolishness like that, blood. Not at all. I don't send. I honestly don't. I'm not on that. You will never see me sending them conspiracy theory. Nah, man, that's foolishness.
Listen, Cheryl just text me. Stop saying I gave you lot COVID. I didn't know she was listening.
She did give it to us.
She actually did give it to us, doesn't she?
Yeah, she gave it to me. White man out early as well. She white man out early.
I don't even know she's listening. She's not.
We saw Cheryl on a Tuesday. By Friday, I had COVID.
You know what I'm saying? I think on the way home, my throat was playing up.
She was sneezing it out in the shop.
Oh my!
That air conditioning was just like putting the virus around the room.
Listen,
around the room.
You know what's mad? That day they did their podcast,
yeah.
And she was so mash up. Remember she was just lying down, tired, not wanting to leave. Oh, we should have kicked her out, man. Should have put her.
That's before we knew the power, boy. Who would have known that would have led to another year?
Anyway, in answer to your question, Damon.
Well, it's not my question, but go on, yeah.
I think he should threaten to snitch. If my mum's health is in danger, then you, like, fam, you're gonna have to stop this or just not come home. If you have to do this, which you shouldn't have to, then you just don't come home, innit? Just like don't be around mum. If this is what you're choosing to do, you're not gonna put my mum in danger just because you like don't believe in the virus. That's your thing. I know that the virus is real. So you're either gonna not come home or I'm gonna have to like tell
this is my thing, yeah, and this is what I want to say to them because they are listening, yeah. Like, your mum's vulnerable, yeah. So even if COVID doesn't kill your mum, it will definitely send your mum to hospital. So firstly, why do you want your mum to go hospital?
Why?
Yeah. Secondly, if COVID doesn't kill your mum, and hopefully it doesn't, and this is what I've said to people, Regin, I don't even want a cold. If you tell me that you've got a cold, I don't want to be around you because I don't want a cold, let alone COVID. Do you know what I mean? When you like, even if we turn around and it's just like, oh, COVID hasn't killed anyone, yeah, I still don't want it. And I'm very sure your mum still doesn't want it.
Hey.
You understand what I'm saying? So even if you go in the basics of what's going on, yeah, why would you put somebody that's vulnerable at risk like that? And probably just to run around and have that status of your gym still running or man still getting wedge at your gym and this and that and that. Probably the reality is it worth it? Because if God forbid your mum pops down, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to your brother? What are you gonna say to? Do you know what I mean? It's long. It is actually long.
Man, had to get them games in it. Sorry.
You know what I mean? That's long. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I lost a friend last week, Wednesday, to COVID, and he had no underlying health issues. He was fit as a fiddle. So this thing can take out anyone at any time. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's why it's not really like. Do you get what I'm saying? At first, I think I was a bit skeptical whether how strong it was, and then whatever. But as it's gone on, you know, my mum's lost her uncle, and then this is happening in my eye. This is not I've heard or heard my friend's friend. This has happened to me directly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. R.I.P. Samuel Mensah.
You know what's mad? You know what hurts me about the obviously Samuel R.I.P. and like, you know, what the reason I found it's mad because we were supposed to do a Black Business Corner with Samuel.
Yeah.
And like we had to rearrange it and like next week and like sometimes you sort of like it's hard sometimes because in life you almost like assume that people are gonna be there forever. You're like, yeah, let's do it next week, let's do it. And like, you know, and this COVID thing just not, it's like man that you went to school, like I went to school with Samuel. So like see man that you went to school with like passing away. Young men as well. Like not even an old man, young men. And so it's just like, you know what, we all have to stay safe and like, but at the same time we just have to follow government precautions and, you know, stay safe. And, you know, again, we'll try to get the doctors back on in a few weeks once things have moved forward a little bit.
Absolutely. So yeah, just fam, if you need to snitch on your brother, snitch on your brother. He can probably afford to pay the fine because he's still having man in the gym. So snitch on your brother, really. Keep everyone safe. On a brighter note, on a happier note, imagine, 20 years ago today, my daughter was born.
Hey. Damn, you got a 20-year-old, fam.
Mad, isn't it? And you was what?
mad.
And you was what? You was 40 that time there, yeah.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah.
Happy birthday, April, man.
I was trying to get her on the podcast, but fam, last time I spoke to her, she was out drinking with her brethren X amount of hours ago. So
they're living their life, don't you?
So it's her birthday today.
Time is over there now.
over there now. It's the 3rd of February. So it's the 3rd of February over there now.
So how comes you called her April if it's February? She was born in February.
That's a great question.
You know what? She's actually named after someone. Do you know what? The funniest thing, yeah? I had this with Damon one time. I was in a barbershop. You've probably forgotten this, Damon. And I was in the barbershop one time, yeah, chatting to Slider. I might have been in Damon's chair. This was years ago, more than 10 years ago. And I was like, you know what, yeah? You know what I don't get? Why people call their children after like a month. I think it's so stupid. Like, and I was going on and on. And you know how I get passionate. I'm like, I just think it's the dumbest thing in the world. Like, why would you call your child after like a month? That's like lazy. Like, who does that? Blah, blah, blah. And then Slider was laughing the whole time. And Damon goes, you know my daughter called April. I was like, obviously, man, it mean you know.
They're backtracking, moonwalking.
So what are you saying, Femi? You went home with the bowl trim that day? Oh, shit. Yeah,
who's she named after?
Who's she named after?
She's not named after anyone. Bruv, honestly, there was no names beforehand. And when she came out,
she just looked like an April.
Bruv, it's weird. So she was cesarean, yeah. So obviously when she's come out, they just given her straight to me. And bruv, we just had a little scream contest. She was just screaming for the whole time I had her. She was just eyeballing me down, cuz. Like at one point I got a bit nervous, like, what on? But the name just popped into my head. And yeah.
What, you just made up her name on the spot?
Well, it's not a made up name.
No, but you know what I mean. You just said, yeah, I will call you April after you were screwing each other.
Yeah. Something like that.
And that was your choice. I'm surprised you didn't name her after a car because we all know how much you love cars, innit? You only made Audi. You know what Dave was like? Yeah, I want to call her Audi, man, or Porsche, or Bimmer.
Yeah. We're a bit more prepared now. We're a bit more prepared for the second one.
You got names already.
You know what the funny thing is? Aisha's got names. She got a name for if it's a boy or if it's a girl.
Aisha's got strong names as well.
Like, listen,
one of the names is Winston. One of the names is Hemington.
She's got strong names.
No, the names are strong. The names are strong.
I'm pushing for Femington still. I'm not even gonna lie.
You're mad, Femington. You know, we've
second
all seen
name at least. I'll pay you lot to call your child Femington.
What? Ace, chat to your guy. What's wrong with you, Bridget?
Lee's a nice name. Lee's a nice name, Damon. You can boy or girl Lee. Lee's a nice name. Boy or girl Lee.
I actually prefer Lee for a girl rather than a boy.
Leigh. There you go.
Yeah. I actually prefer Lee for a girl rather than a boy.
You should call your child Ashley.
What?
Ashley and Lee. You know what? All our names are girls' names, possibly. Femi is also a girl's name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my name's not a girl's name, you know. So you
I'm talking about us.
Yeah, but Damon, you got one of them old school 60s names. You know what I'm saying?
Care.
Damon.
It's still a man's name, isn't it? It's still a man's name.
Damon, what's your middle name? Tell it, go on, bust it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. This name's going to be the best name. Let me hear it.
All right, understand, yeah? I'm going to tell you my middle name first, yeah? And then I'm going to tell you where it came from. Yeah? God. My middle name's Errol.
That's my dad's brother's name. He was born in Jamaica.
Errol. Errol, man, like Errol, you know.
That's my dad's name. That's my dad's name.
I never knew that, boy. I never knew that.
Errol. All right, Lee, what's your middle name? I don't think we got time to hear Ace and Femi's middle name.
Too long.
Well played.
Hey. My middle name's Benjamin still. Benjamin.
I remember.
Hey, why are you not making? That's the first time I forgot. Name.
Man, like Benjamin.
Old English name, you know.
Yeah. Benjamin. It's funny because you didn't just say Ben. Why did you say Ben?
You know what? I was thinking, you know what's funny? You know what? I don't actually say the name that often. When I'm saying it, that's the first time I actually had to smile because I thought, he's not going to start busting up. Benjamin. Benjamin Vassell. What a name. What a name. That name is gangster.
It's so funny. I'm sorry. Benjamin.
Go on, what's yours now? What's yours now? Go on, let's hear it.
I'm just Kweku.
Kweku.
Wednesday born. There you go. Femi, your turn.
Femi.
Abiodun.
Oh, say that again.
Okay.
Abiodun.
Abiodun.
Okay.
Sound bougie. I like it. It sounded all right still. Sounds like some designer gear.
Spanish thing, you get me?
Man leaned back when he said it, you know. Abiodun.
Abiodun. Little Spanish thing for you, man. You man are not ready.
All right, so that's it from Adiodu, Benjamin, Kweku, and Errol. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time, same place. Good night.
Can you please get our followers up or subscribers, whatever the word is?
Rate, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff.
All the way up.